All right, well, welcome everybody again to today's webinar. My name is Alex, and I have the privilege of hosting these webinars on a weekly basis to kind of show you guys a little bit more about who we are as a company, what products we have to offer, and then even every once in a while we get specific into like a certain process or something. So if you're new to Aplos or if you've been around for a little while, these webinars are a great way for you to feel a little bit more acclimated to our system here. So what we're doing today is we're going to take a detailed look at Aplos donations. So for those of you who have been around for a little bit or even been to our website recently, you'd probably know that we have a couple of different products that we offer to churches and nonprofits. The first and foremost of which is our fund accounting product. That's kind of our flagship. That's where we've spent a lot of our time over the past years. And so if you're looking to track kind of the financial data of your nonprofit, fund accounting is what you're looking for. The other product that we have here is donations, which is what we're looking at here today. What donations allows you to do is track who's given to you for what purpose, and then you can even receive donations online. And then at the end of the day, or end of the year, end of the quarter, whenever you want, you can then generate a contribution statement for those donors. Now, if you use accounting and donations, they can work together as well. So if you have, donations that you're receiving, you can have those automatically post into your accounting as well to kind of keep things up to date without you having to do a ton on your end. So that's something else that we'll take a real brief look at here today. So if donations is something that you're interested in, then if you go to our website here, our homepage, then it's going to give you kind of some high-level info on what we do all together, kind of collectively with all of our products. You can even see some pricing there. But if you scroll down underneath the products section here, you can actually click on donations, and that will tell you more information that's specific to our donations product. And we also offer a 15-day free trial to anyone. And for donations, that's actually a little bit different because donations is priced differently than accounting, which we'll take a look at here in a little bit. But basically, if you want to create an online donations account, feel free to enter your email here. And then once you click this, it'll ask you to validate your email address. And then once you do, you'll get brought into the software. And this is the first screen that you're going to see here. So this quick little setup tutorial will walk you through kind of some basic questions on who you are and what you're doing this for. So here's my name, here's my organization name. I can select whether I'm a church or a nonprofit or other. Click next. And then that will go into customizing your donation page. Now, we partner with a company called WePay. They are the payment provider for all the online donations that we run through our system. And they're kind of like PayPal. So they're the ones that actually, collect the credit card information and process the donation. So by creating an Aplos donations account, you're actually creating an account with WePay automatically as well. So what this is going to do is have you customize your donation page. So at the end of this tutorial, you can then get going. I mean, you can give this donation page right then and there to your donors, and they can start donating to you online. So you'd put in your headline, so something to grab attention, finish the year strong kind of a thing, like please donate to our fundraiser. Oops. There you go. And then you put in a message, so you can put in any sort of text or any sort of custom message that you want to put, like thank you for all of your support this year. There you go. I'm going to get rid of that. So you put in a kind of a headline message, a custom message, and then you can pick a style or a theme. So you can pick kind of an orangey theme or color, or you can even do a custom one here down the road, and I'll show you how to do that. So I'm going to have my year-end giving theme there. And then the next step, you can personalize with images. So here's my my images that I've put in there, my logo, and then the primary image. So what people will see once they land on your donation form right there. So there's my little picture. And next, you can preview your page. So once you've set a headline, custom message, and some logos, you can now view your live donation form. So here is my donation form. So just by uploading a couple of pictures and by putting in a message, I now have a live custom donation form that people can use. And now you can give this to anybody that you want. After that, you can go to share your page. So we'll give you the option to share on Facebook, as well as share on Twitter, or share via email. So you can put in people's emails here and send this to your top supporters, whoever you'd like. You can enter up to 10 email addresses from this screen. And then if you don't, you can just click this little button there and then get moving there and then finish the job. So that will then walk you through the setup tutorial. You've now created a donation page, so you can now start receiving donations online. Now, if you want to edit that form that you just created, then on the left-hand side here, all you would do is click on donations and then click on online forms. And then here is my year-end giving form. So you can see this one. So there's that one that we just showed you a second ago. You can also click to edit this form. And when you're editing a form or creating a new one, you can edit the colors, you can edit the the URL, the actual web address that people hit when they go there. You can change the logos, you can change the messages, you can even change the donor information that you want to collect. So here I've got first name, last name, email, and telephone number. If you want to put in their address, you can, or else you can leave that out. You can also change the info for the actual donations themselves. So I've got a couple options here, 50, 100, 250, and 1,000. You can even put descriptions there. Choose whether or not you want it to be one-time or reoccurring, ask them to leave a note. So there's plenty of customization that you can do here for the form itself. And then once you've got it changed to what you want, just click Save and Publish. And then that will now publish the changes to the online form. It'll update the URL automatically unless you've changed the name. So people that hit the form will see the changes that you've just put in. Okay, so again, you can create as many online donation forms as you want. The one thing that you will want to do here if you're using the online donations portion is go down here and say go to WePay. Now, again, we've created a WePay account for you automatically upon registration, so you'll most likely have an email from them in your inbox. So find that. That will ask you to verify your account with WePay, and then they have to have you sign a little piece of paperwork so that you can receive donations and then actually link your bank account with the WePay account so that you can set the schedule and say that, once a week on Fridays, I want the money in my WePay account to go to my checking. So you set that up. That transfer then happens automatically, and then you just sit back and have people donate to you online. All right? And you can create as many donation forms as you want. So some other stuff that you can do here with this donation product is you can also enter contributions manually. So if you're not using online donations, or if you have another provider for that, but you just want to use Aplos for the keying in of people that have given you cash or check or something like that, then you can do so through the contribution form here. Now, contribution form here, if you don't see this previous entries, you might just see that. You can click this and see the previous entries that you've got in there. This contribution form will walk you through what is the date of the group of donations that you're about to enter. So let's say if this was for a particular Sunday, if you're at church, you can say this was Sunday's offering for the 9 a.m. service. Put in those details, and then the link down here, the fields down here below that are where you actually put in the donor and the purpose and the amount and all the other details for the actual donation. So if someone donated to you with a check, you can put that in there. This was Alex. Add this person as a new contact. They gave to let's see, the general purpose. We're going to go over purposes here in a second. And let's say they donated $10. Okay, so once you enter the first person, another line will appear as well. So you can go through here to the next thing and say this person gave cash, and this was John. Add them as a new contact as well. He gave to the missions fund for $50, and then next. So once you have all of the donations entered for whatever this batch is, this grouping of donations, you'd click Post. That will then save this to the previous entries list here on the left-hand side. Also, if you're using accounting, that will then post into your accounting side of things as a deposit. But either way, these donations are now saved to these people. So Alex and John have their donations. And then if you go to reports, you can now generate a contribution statement for those donors. Okay, so let's take a look at what that looks like. So if I go to reports, I can have a couple different reports here. One is an income summary or detail, so kind of an itemized listing of either the total or the details of all the donations that I've received. So there's those two donations there. And then if I want to generate statements, I just click on this contribution statement right here, and then you click Generate Statements on the right-hand side. That'll walk you through a couple of customization things like a message or a logo, something that you want to put in there, and then hit Generate. Now what that will do is download a PDF for you, and if you do it from this screen, it'll download one PDF where everybody has their own page. So if you've got 100 donors, It's a 100+ PDF document to where then you just print, and then everybody's got their own pages that you can mail them out whenever you want. The other option is if you go to Contacts up here. Contacts, you can find a particular person like Alex and click on Transactions underneath their name, and you can hit Generate Contribution Statement right there from that screen. So that'll walk you through the same kind of customization details and then generate a contribution statement for just that one person. Now, something that we don't have currently but are looking to do very soon, probably within the next 6 months or so, is add the ability to email contribution statements as well. So instead of having to download and print and mail a big PDF, you can just say, I want to email all my donors. And so that emails them. They can then get a PDF in their inbox. We're also creating ways for them to log into Aplos to see their giving history, as well as print their own contribution statement and even give more to you right then and there. All right. So that's kind of donations in a very large nutshell. To walk you through kind of the format, what you would do is you'd get set up first, right? Go through all those steps and then customize those online forms if you want to make any changes to what you just created. The next thing that you'll probably want to do, which we didn't go over, is purposes. And a purpose is just a category that you set up that is for whatever reason people are donating money to you. So this can be for a particular fund or an event like a fundraiser, or to a person. Let's say if you're have a missions department and you've got people going on missions trips, then you can create a purpose for each person. So when someone donates money to blank, that would be a purpose that they could then select either on an online form, or when you enter their contribution manually, you can pick what purpose they're donating to. This will also be what shows up on their contribution statement. Okay. So anyway, you can go through the setup process, create your online forms, customize your purposes, again, whatever category people are, or whatever reason people are donating money to you, and then enter contributions manually. Kind of all of that wraps up into the contribution report. That's kind of the point of recording any of this. So set up your purposes, enter the donations, and then generate your contribution form. Okay. Some other screens here you've got is contacts. We took a brief look at that. This is just kind of your big address book, so feel free to add any contacts or edit any of them here. You've also got settings, which is where you can set your organization info, like your name and EIN and address. So that will also show up on their contribution statements as well, so make sure to edit that at some point. And then across the top, you can add more users, so you can add other people to have access to your account. And then subscription is where I'd like to kind of stop for today and kind of explain how the billing works for this donations product. Now, for donations, there's 3 different pricing levels. The first one is actually $0 per month, which means you don't pay anything for it. Now, what this includes is just the ability to do online donations. So you can set up purposes and you can create the online forms with the account from WePay and accept online donations. There is not the ability to do what we call contribution management, which is $15 per month. And what that includes is the ability to manually enter donations like I did, that batch there, and then generate contribution statements. So if you need to record non-online donations and or generate contribution statements, you're looking at $15 per month. We also do have a third pricing tier for $25 per month, which is the same functionality. It doesn't add anything new, but what it does is it buys down your transaction rate for online donations. So once you cross a certain threshold, it's actually more affordable for you to pay $25 a month rather than $15 and save the money on the transaction cost per donation. Okay. And then if you're interested in any of our other products, we do have webinars that go through that as well, like accounting and donor relations. So feel free to watch those and turn them on if needed. They have their own pricing tiers, but for donations, it's either 0 for online donations, 15 for kind of the full suite of functionality, and then 25 if you want the full suite plus buying down your transaction rate a little bit. All right. Well, what I'd like to do now is open it up for some Q&A time. So if you guys have any questions or comments or just things that you maybe want to see more of about Aplos donations, feel free to enter that in the question field. I'm going to mute myself for just a couple of minutes, and then I'll be back to answer those questions for you. If you are watching this online as a pre-recorded version, thank you for taking the time. If you have any questions, feel free to email support@aplos.com, or when you're logged into the software, you can actually click this little question mark down here at the bottom right. That will open up a conversation that you can have with us in real time. All right, I'll be back in a few minutes and we'll answer those questions for you.